Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of This Dad Can Cook. My name is Chris, and of course I'm here with Abby, my special helper, and as always, Brian from Brian Michael's World is on the camera, and he's going to be helping me with editing the video. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
Today we have a very, very special episode for you. We are going to make the most delicious chocolate chip cookies you've maybe ever eaten in your whole entire life. Oh. One of the good things to come out of the corona pandemic is that a lot of big famous chains are releasing their favorite and famous recipes so that people have something to do while we're all home in quarantine. So today we're going to be making the DoubleTree signature chocolate chip cookie. If you've ever stayed at a DoubleTree, it is literally the best part about it. They give you a delicious, fat, warm, scrumptious chocolate chip cookie at the end of the day. It makes your stay very special, and today we're going to be making that recipe. I always like to cook with Abby and cook with Brian. I always think it's a little simpler when I'm cooking with the kids to do a little mise en place. That means to put everything in its place. It's a French term. It means just to get all your ingredients, get them all ready, put them all aside so you can just mix them all together. Today's ingredients are going to be 2 sticks of softened butter. What that means is just to leave it out on the counter for about 10 or 15 minutes so it comes to room temperature. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup and 1 tablespoon of regular granulated sugar. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup of packed light brown sugar, 2 eggs, 1 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to use 1/4 teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Our dry ingredients are going to be 2 1/4 cups of flour, a 1/2 cup of rolled oats. You can find them in most supermarkets. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt and a pinch of cinnamon. A pinch is a little less than about 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then for the good stuff, we're going to put 2 2/3 cups of Nestle's Toll House chocolate chips, semi-sweet. And we're going to also put 1 3/4 of a cup of chopped walnuts. The wine's for me. So let's get started. Abby, you ready to help me? So we're going to take our butter and our sugar and we're going to cream it together. Want to help me, Ab? Put that in there. Here's our sugar. Pour it all in. Good job.
Is that good, Daddy?
Yep, perfect. Here's the light brown sugar. And we're going to cream that together. What that means is we're going to put it in our mixer and we're going to do it on a medium speed. And Abby knows to start the mixer on slow first, Ab, because what happens if you don't do that? So go ahead, start that up and we're going to cream that, which means we're going to start and get it going. And we're going to do it for about 2 minutes until the butter and the sugar is all together. All right, once you've creamed together your sugar and your butter, you're going to put the mixer on a low speed, Ab. Low speed, please. Thank you. Well, maybe a little lower. Perfect. Perfect. And now we're going to add in our 2 eggs. Dump them all the way in. Okay, our vanilla.
I love vanilla. It smells a little strong though.
It smells strong, it's good, right? And I think this is a DoubleTree secret ingredient, a little lemon juice.
Daddy, we gotta be careful with these because if you're not too careful, you will happen. It'll crack.
It'll crack, yeah, we have to be careful with those. So once we have all that stuff in our mixer, we're gonna put it up to medium speed, Ab, and we're gonna let it go for about another 2 minutes. Sure. What we wanna do is, as we're mixing and we're putting this together, we actually wanna lower that down a little bit, Ab. Shut that mixer off. And then we're just gonna push down and make sure that it's all in the bowl. Go ahead, Ab, make sure that's all the way down. Scrape the sides really good.
Can we lift it?
Sure.
Whoa.
Now scrape the sides all the way down and make sure it's all in the middle.
Actually,
That's okay.
we cooked the something, Daddy.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay. And then why don't you close that up and we'll keep mixing.
So, what speed?
Medium, please.
Okay. Medium is usually 4 or 2.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Perfect. Once you've mixed your batter for about another 2 minutes, then what we're going to do is put the mixer down to the lowest setting, and we're going to start to add our dry ingredients slowly. Can I help you with this one, Ab?
Yeah.
So here's our flour. We're just going to lean it over the bowl and slowly start to add it in.
You could do that.
You can help me?
Oh. Ah!
How's it mixing? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Let's go a little more.
Daddy, put it on your finger.
And the reason you want to go slow is because if you go too fast, what's going to happen? That's right. So you'll add the oats, add those in. We're going to add our baking soda.
I thought this was sugar. Yeah, it's being on my finger.
And then we're going to add our salt and just 1 pinch of cinnamon. Add that in, Ab. And why don't you just go 1 more speed up on that mixer. And we're going to let it go for about 45 seconds. Very important at this stage that you don't over mix, because that'll actually give you a consistency that you're probably not looking for. So you want to hold to that recipe. It's very important when you're baking to make sure that you actually follow the recipe exactly to the way that it shows. All right, how's it looking, Ab? All right, mix those ingredients together. We're just going to once again push it down our bowl, and then we're going to add our chocolate chips and our walnuts. And the recipe says that you shouldn't use the mixer for this. You should actually take it out, add them in, and then mix it by hand. And that's what we're going to do. Ab, you want to do the honors?
Yes.
Okay. Whoa, man.
Oh, oops.
That is a lot of chocolate and nuts in there.
I'll get the rest.
Watch out for that. All right, we're going to take our spoon and we're going to hand mix
Daddy, there's some right
those chocolate and nuts. Dad, why don't you pick that up and mix them in, Ab? Throw it in.
And there's some. Oh.
Perfect. We're going to throw this in. We're going to mix this all up, and we'll be back in a second to actually put it on our pan and get ready to put it in the oven. What I've gone ahead and done is I've taken some parchment paper and I've lined a couple of baking sheets. I've preheat my oven to 300 degrees, and I actually grabbed a scooper, like an ice cream scooper, or this is actually 1/8 of a cup, and that's what I'm going to use to help me to get the right portion on my dough. We're all ready to go with our dough. I'm going to pack myself 1/8 of a cup, and then I can almost get the perfect little round circle. We're going to place these about 2 inches apart on the sheet.
Can I help with this part?
Sure, babe. You want to scoop one? Get a nice level scoop.
Can I just do this?
Yep.
Okay. And do
Perfect.
it in
And now roll it together. Yep. We washed our hands. Make a nice ball out of it, like a snowball.
here.
Just don't throw it at me.
Okay, and what is it?
All right, and then put it right about here.
Here?
We're gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these, and we'll be back when we're ready to put them in the oven. We've actually scooped out our cookie dough and we've put it on our parchment paper lined pans. I have my oven preheating. I'm gonna teach you a little trick to actually get a nice fat cookie. Sometimes when people make cookies, they get super paper thin, they spread out on the hot pan, and that's generally because the dough, they just got done rolling them up and it's warm. What we're gonna do with ours, we're actually gonna put these in the freezer for 10 or 15 minutes so they get nice and cold, and then we're gonna put them in the oven, and that's gonna give us a nice fat cookie.
A few moments later.
So it's been about 25 minutes. Our cookies were a little lighter than I wanted them to be, so I turned up the heat just a little tiny bit at the very end, just so they would get a little bit more brown. I'll take them out. Oh, and they're perfect now. They're the perfect color. The thickness on them is perfect from putting the cookies in the dough inside the fridge. And they're a little hot, but I'm gonna try and pick it up so you can see. Nice, thick, delicious brown cookie. They look perfect. This has been our episode of how to make the famous DoubleTree chocolate chip cookies. We hope that you'll try with your family. And if you can, please like our channel and subscribe to it. And Brian, anything to say?
Notifications.
Hit the
like,
bell.
comment, and obviously subscribe. Now those look really good.
They do look good. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with another video soon.